Now, listen, you're a rheumatologist, which means that if I give you like some bones and some dice, you can figure it out for me, right? Is that what it is?
I just roll it.
You just roll it. Was that how that works exactly?
Exactly.
Yeah, modern medicine. Have you ever heard of it?
What?
Roll the dice.
Said, does modern medicine ever heard of it?
No. No, I haven't. Just remember, we live in a society now, right, where the top healthcare guy in the country, they said, look, you don't want to swim in this creek. Right? There's just basically raw sewage in this creek. And he's just like, yeah, so what? Let's do it.
Well, he already had amoeba once.
That's right. He had a brain eating amoeba. Right.
Yeah.
That led to him killing the bear and putting the bear in Central Park.
And the whale guts.
The whale guts. Yes. Yes. So, I mean, we don't need to worry about science anymore.
You roll it.
We roll it. We roll the dice. So I'll spit in the little thing. We roll the stuff, and then we'll get our diagnosis, right?
Let's hope a lot of us out there still don't do it that way. And good thing most of us don't.
I know. All right. So Dr. Barnes, she's a rheumatologist, though. Tell us what that means exactly, because I think I'm at the point in my life where I probably need to worry about this kind of stuff. I've heard of it: rheumatoid arthritis, hemorrhagic fever, Ebola. It's all the same stuff, right?
Good thing no.
Oh, my God. Thank God you're not a doctor. Jesus.
Which one do I have? Arthritis, hemorrhagic fever.
All right, tell us what we got to worry about here.
So a rheumatologist sees arthritis conditions and autoimmune conditions.
Okay.
And autoimmune conditions are things that specifically attack your body. Arthritis conditions vary between, some young people get arthritis, but most of us, if we age long enough, will get arthritis. And then another thing we also take care of is osteoporosis, which is one of the reasons I came in today to talk about osteoporosis, because May is Osteoporosis Month. And what that is when your bones are of lower density or lower mass as you age.
Okay. And those things, so that's particularly problematic for women, but men can suffer from this too. Is that right? Am I being sexist in that sort
Nope, you're correct. Women do suffer more, but men also do as well.
Okay. All right. So what else then do we need to worry about then from this deal?
So with osteoporosis, you're thinking low bone mass. Okay, why do I care so much? Because low bone mass fractures.
Okay.
And that's what we want to try to prevent, because fractures happen in about 10 million patients a year.
Right.
And
10 million patients a year. Wow.
It's a lot of fractures.
Yeah. And so you have probably more people than you can know how to handle in this place, right? Because there's so many older folks here that are dealing with this kind of issue.
Well, I am lucky to be in a place where I have a heavy client population because of the age in Kerrville.
Okay.
But the reason I wanted to be here was also because for a long time there was no rheumatologist here.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Okay. And so how long have you been here now?
I've been here about 3.5 years.
I know you've probably answered this question before because I've been on the show before, but I'm not very bright. And some people would agree with that. But I mean, what are some of the key things we need to think about? Because Leslie, you're not quite there yet, but I'm getting ready to hit 55. And
Yeah,
I know
I'm a little ways behind you. But I do have worry about my bones.
Do you?
Yeah. I've broken a couple before.
Yeah.
And I have arthritis already.
Do you really?
Yeah, in my shoulder.
Yeah. Oh, good. From all the roller derby?
Roller derby didn't help, but also waitressing, tennis. Done a lot of damage on the left side of my body.
Carrying heavy sacks of flour, cotton, beans. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So again, go through again and tell us a little bit more. Like, what do we need to think about with this? When do we go see a rheumatologist? Like, how does that work exactly?
So you see a rheumatologist when you have joint pain that you're not going to surgically operate on.
Yeah.
So you think about myself and then our orthopedic colleagues. Anything that you need to be evaluated, if you have a joint that hurts, probably a good idea to stop by and see us in rheumatology at Peterson. Because it could be mechanical, like occurs from injury and whatnot, which still can be very painful, but also could be autoimmune, like I was talking about, when your joints are being attacked by your immune system.
Right. So I have celiac disease, which is an autoimmune disease, and it does a nice thing it does some nice attacking of parts of your body that you don't want to be attacked for. Like what are some telltale signs? Like, okay, my index finger hurts. Is that a sign, or like if I have like in through here, is that a problem, or what do I need to? When do I know, or do I just go to the doctor? And my doctor's Barecki, so he'll probably just laugh at me.
I don't know that he'll laugh. He'll look at you and say, "Yep, you should see someone."
Look,
No.
I had diabetes, and he laughed at me. He was like, "This is bad, man. You're over. It's almost a done for you."
You might make your way to my office when you have joints that are swollen.
Swollen. Okay.
Or joints that are not amendable to Tylenol or something like
Right.
that.
So if you can't seem to control it in some capacity.
But your celiac disease does lead me to think you may have to see me sooner than later, because one of the risk factors for osteoporosis, that low bone mass I was talking about, is celiac disease.
Yeah, really. And the problem with celiac disease is it goes so for like this is my sort of aha moment on celiac disease was that it was I did it. I mean, I had it for years, right? Did not know that lovely thing of sourdough or that cupcake that I loved so much, or those cookies, were doing so much damage. Because I mean, I could feel it, in certain parts of my body, but I didn't know that it was attacking all of my body. So
Yeah, we're good at explaining symptoms away, aren't we?
Yeah.
That's probably no big deal.
Yeah.
I'm just getting older.
Yeah. I just ate something that was really high in fat, gross, and really delicious, and there was actually another reason for it too, because the minute I always tell people that the minute I took wheat out of my diet, instantaneously better.
Yes, and with celiac disease, that's what you're allergic to essentially, is wheat.
Right. So tell me about like the ideas of rheumatoid arthritis, like how serious is that for people? What is that like?
So any autoimmune arthritis, whether it be rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease arthritis, is very problematic because...
Wait a minute, there's inflammatory bowel disease arthritis? Oh my God.
I'm doomed.
That sounds
That
awful.
seems unfair.
That does seem unfair.
But what happens is that inflammation you feel in your joints that's making them hot, swollen, and tender isn't just felt there, it's felt everywhere.
Yeah.
And
right.
so we see patients who not only have joint pain, but they're doing damage to their heart, their lungs, their kidneys, their brains.
Yeah.
And so you want to treat inflammation as soon as you're starting to see it.
Right. And like I said, we're really good as a society of explaining away, oh, it's not that big of a deal.
Well, we're very good at that.
Yeah.
I'm 45, maybe I'm just getting a little bit older.
Yeah.
And that could be true.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of us have played sports our lives,
Yeah.
have some aches and pains.
Yeah.
But when you're getting a hot joint or a joint that, again, doesn't get better with Tylenol or a little bit of ibuprofen, you're probably needing to talk to your primary and have them come and see me. And I'm always happy to see someone and say, yes, this is the type of arthritis you have.
Yeah. Now, if my primary is Dr. Barecki, he will listen to me, though. I'm just giving him a hard time because that's what I do. Although he did give me a hard time, though, about the diabetes. I need to go see him, actually. I need to do it.
Well, I mean, it was like, you can keep doing this where you're going to die.
Yeah.
And probably lose a foot.
Yeah.
I told you if you lost a foot, I would make fun of you.
Yeah, I know.
We all will.
I would hop around a lot.
And then I would have to make fun of you at your funeral.
I know.
If you didn't get it together.
If I didn't get made fun of at my funeral, I'm disappointed in me. And by the way, just for the record, I've said it before. I want it. And everyone just keeps saying it's not going to happen. But I want a 20-mule team
Okay.
to take my body to a pine box. Right. Can we get that done? Can we make that happen?
Yeah, Jeremy has to build a box.
I know he's good at that. This is a kind of rheumatoid arthritis month. Is that right? What is the month?
No,
the
month is Osteoporosis Month. That is weak bones. And so weak bones are different than arthritis.
Yeah.
That's where your mass is decreased over time. And all of us will decrease our bone mass over time.
And how do it's like, when do we start seeing that? What age? Is it young people, old people?
So you'll screen for that condition in women over the age of 50 if they have risk factors like, steroid use, a parent that fractured, a previous fracture, endocrine disorders like thyroid disease. Mm-hmm. But you'll screen all women over the age of 65 and all men over the age of 70.
Okay. So I got some time still.
You
You still got a few years.
I was literally like,
But you have celiac disease, so
it might be.
want
you need to come sooner rather than later. She's lovely.
I know. I should just come anyway because you seem rational and reasonable. So, the number of people though that when you see they come to you and they need help. Actually, here's another question. What about gout? Is that a rheumatoid thing?
It's an inflammatory arthritis, so yes, we treat gout as well.
So, and that can be treated though, right? Mm-hmm. I probably have gout. That's probably what it is. I eat a lot of shellfish, a lot of caviar.
What?
I know. I'm just saying. You don't know my
That's
life.
why your doctor laughs at you.
I know.
I feel like you're blaming your
Yeah.
ailments away.
I know.
And
No, I'm just throwing things out of it. This is why I have you guys on for free medical advice.
that's
But,
right.
All right.
Don't worry, we'll send you the bill.
I know. You have, usually. This is why you were sponsors. I trade services.
Yeah, every party I go to.
Yeah.
"Oh, I think I have a pain right here.
Yeah.
Can you look at this?
What do
I
you,
never mind.
what do you,
have a dry
what do you,
spot.
yeah, how do you deal with that? Do you have, is your whole family that way too?
I get a lot of questions asked.
Yeah.
Sometimes very bizarre, but it's all right. I don't mind answering them.
Yeah. My brother.
Do they send you weird pictures on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to start hitting a drawing
Rashes
a hard
I've seen.
line.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
and where is that rash? I
Yeah.
can't-
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's my rash. Fantastic. My brother just got done with he had to take care of my mom, who's had knee replacement surgery, and he was annoyed with her. He was a longtime paramedic, EMT, worked in, firefighter, just retired as a firefighter for years. So I don't know how many people he's lifted and carried through his career. And so he took care of my mom, who was a nurse. And he's like, she's
Worst
just,
patients.
I know, she's just like, he's like, she thinks I have no medical training whatsoever. I can't believe her, And so he said it was a constant battle with her.
I think anybody in healthcare who becomes a patient, we're the worst.
Are you?
I mean,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah, right.
It is.
What's going on at Peterson? You got a new boss coming. What's that going to be like?
Well, I haven't officially met him yet, but
Yeah.
soon.
He comes in June, right? Is
Yeah.
that right?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He's an
listens to-
Aggie, so I'm
Oh,
glad to have another Aggie joining the group.
All right, here you go. Howdy. There you go.
Howdy.
See?
What does my daughter say? Thanks and gig 'em.
Thanks and gig 'em.
We got to throw some Longhorns up in.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have a medical school at A&M, do they? They're not allowed to have that, right?
They do.
Do they?
I'm pretty sure they do.
Do they? Okay. All right.
A&M and UT both represent.
They both represent.
Baylor
okay.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
But Baylor's
They got
not
the vet- they
but
got
Baylor
vet school,
Medical's
too.
not Baylor though anymore. It's separate. It's a whole different. Wait, no, come back.
Doug.
Doug, wait, come
He's
back.
running away.
Oh no. He had to go.
You insulted him.
Did I?
Wait.
I don't know. I just made that up.
Is he coming back? Oh,
No.
right.
Well, they said I'm out.
He's
Okay.
a very busy man.
He is a very busy
So
man.
you talk too much.
I know. Wait a minute. Is he coming back?
No, it's someone else.
There's someone else.
Don't leave that poor woman alone.
Is it Lonzo? I'm worried. I'm worried about this. Yeah. So, Gloria Neal saying, "Gig 'em." They
Gig 'em.
like,
See?
yeah.
Gig 'em.
There you go.
That's right. Whoop.
Other things though, like with osteoporosis, though, I mean that you can see that sometimes with people, like the decline in their, kind of hunched over a little bit. Like, what are some of the symptoms of that?
You can see the loss of height. So anytime you've lost more than an inch of height, you're worried that you might have osteoporosis because you can compress the fractures in your spine and not necessarily know it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's not good. See, Leslie, we have to look forward to.
You
I know.
getting shorter.
Getting shorter. I already am short.
I was just going to say, I'm
You need
short
to-
enough. I'm
You
not
need to
looking
go.
forward
You need to
this.
make an
I
appointment.
know. Make sure that this is what's great about Peterson though, is that we have doctors like Dr. Barnes here, and I have to say this. I talked to this a little before, Jennifer. I get a little defensive when I hear, because I've been to Peterson for a couple of things, and I've gotten nothing but top quality care.
That's right.
There was the one doctor I saw who had Velcro shoes on, and I fired him immediately.
Maybe he had arthritis.
He could have been, and I can't do the Velcro shoes. And so there was that, and then, but I had the sleep study, which cost more than a cruise.
Yeah.
But it realized a whole bunch of problems, and I've been very happy with my care here. But sometimes people will like, it's not very good. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? It's fine.
I mean, you
It's
get them
good.
all. You can't make everybody happy.
I know.
And I can tell you a lot of times it's not necessarily, I mean, a lot of providers have rights to the hospital and they're not necessarily a Peterson affiliate. And
Yeah.
a lot of times that's what you're seeing is a complaint against a provider that, may not necessarily.
What is the strength of Peterson in your estimation?
Well, I'll just give you a small background. For 10 years, I was in academic rheumatology at UT.
Okay.
So I ran a program, ran the internal medicine residency program as well, and the fellowship program. So a lot of research going in and out of Houston. And when I decided to come and interview to get a change of pace for my life and career, I was blown away at how much Peterson can offer the community. And that's a tremendous resource we have here, that you don't have to go to San Antonio for a lot of things or Austin for a lot of things.
Yeah.
We have some high quality doctors who have trained in many places and just wanted a more beautiful lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
You go outside, there's trees, you go outside and you can get 8 minutes to your house versus, 45 minutes in traffic.
Yeah. Right.
So
We have a question from the audience. Gloria Neal asking, what are some easy stretches I can do for lower back pain? I just had abdominal surgery 2 weeks ago. She's 68 years old. I mean, is that kind of, maybe that's more of a PT question, but I don't know. Do you handle those kind of questions?
yeah, so certain stretches you can do. A lot of sit and be fit since you just had abdominal surgery. You can stretch your core by lifting your arms above your head, gently stretching side to side, lifting your legs out and stretching them as well. You have to be careful because she's had the abdominal surgery, so I'd probably do it more in a chair versus getting on the floor or trying to stand in.
Right. So much to learn here. So much to deal with this as well. I know you guys are extremely busy and important. Who's coming on next time for you guys?
I don't know. I'm kind of working out the schedule.
Yeah.
Summers are getting to the point where everybody's kind of vacation.
By the way, are you working with any AI stuff?
I do.
Yeah. Tell me what you're doing with AI?
So a fortunate thing that AI can do now is scribe for you.
Okay.
And so you
yeah.
can imagine every patient I see has to be documented.
Yes.
And the technology that we use now, you have your phone and it transcribes it instead of having a person do it. And a person's great, but it's much faster to have AI do it.
Yeah.
I know some people get fearful of AI and that it's going to do something, but all it does is kind of explain. It helps me not have to type so much and collects every word you say versus my memory may miss some of it in the conversation.
Right. Have you used it? And that's one. I mean, I tell people all the time that it has radically changed the way I do things, because the show, for instance, is an hour of audio, and we now capture the entire show. We now have transcripts from the show that we didn't have before, because to do that previously would have taken me hours for an hour. I'm not the fastest typer in the world. So, what other options are you using with AI? What, are you looking at? I know who was the colonoscopy guy we had on? Dr. Rachel?
Oh, yeah.
He mentioned, that it's a great backstop too in some ways. What are you seeing the future of that?
Well, there's a couple things that are really nice with AI that are highly important. So let's say there's 100 different CT scans that go into the emergency department.
Yeah.
And the radiologist has to read all those scans.
Right.
Well, a lot of times if they're not flagged, they're just reading in the order they came in.
Right.
But imagine if that 100th scan is the one that had something dangerous on it. Well, AI is allowing you to kind of, with the knowledge of what bad scans look like, move that scan to the top.
Right.
When normally it wouldn't have been moved to the top. And I think that's the beauty of something that can quickly go through from an algorithm and triage films or labs or whatnot.
Yeah. I can't wait for the AI version of Dr. Barecki.
Are you sure you don't already have it?
It'll be like
Just kidding.
it'll be
You
like
could probably
Just kidding,
train your
Dr. Brecki.
AI now.
yeah. It'll be like that robot, one of the robots from Star Wars, the one that's kind of sardonic,
Yeah.
I find that answer vague and misleading, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Very good. All right, good job. And I think, by the way, that we had Clint Hall on the show, on the AI panel 2 weeks ago or a week ago.
Yeah.
He did a great job.
Good.
Because Brian wasn't able to come because he was having a grandchild.
Yes.
And Tim was there.
Yep.
And he did a good job too. And I think people were kind of blown away. I think that Peterson was so deeply enmeshed in the AI world already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that was
it's perfect for us, right? Because
Yeah.
you can see patients and get your charting of those patients
Yeah.
done, then you can make sure you're taking good care of them. And AI is very helpful in that. I mean, for those of us who did move here for lifestyle, want to leave at the end of the day with
Yeah.
all of our patients.
all of your
charts
stuff.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. You want to go home and have it done. All right, good job. Thank you for being here. We're going to throw you out. By the way, Sarah saying Dr. Barnes is absolutely
Yes.
fantastic.